we didn't play the radio in my house or play records. We played the piano and we played the guitar and we sang. And I'm so grateful for that. So to my parents, thank you for giving me that music. And to all of you, thank you for making this possible tonight. I couldn't have done this without you. This was such a group effort, and I'm really humbled by how supportive everybody has been. So without further ado, thank you for the music. I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. When I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Mother says I was a dancer before I could walk. She says I began to sing long before I could talk. But I often wonder, how did it all start? Who found out that nothing could capture a heart like a melody can? Well, whoever it was, I'm a fan. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Oh, I've been so lucky. I was born with song and dance. I want to sing it out to everybody. What a joy, what a life, what a chance. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Thank you so much. Oh, we have somebody else. So some of you were at my last concert a year ago, and that was such a great success. Thank you all for your involvement too, Anthony, Scott, Brittany. Last year, it was all about looking back. It was all about looking back over the last 10 years and reminiscing and thinking about the lessons learned and the struggles we all go through, love and loss. And this year, it's about looking forward. I'm about to embark on an entirely new chapter of my life. After 10 years in Boston, I'm taking off to Ball Harbor, Florida in 9 days, and I don't know anyone there. I'm driving a van all the way down there by myself with my 2 cats, and I'm going to move into an apartment I've never set foot in. into a job where I've yet to meet anyone. Although I got a promotion already and I haven't started yet. So that's good. Thank you. So looking forward, sometimes we just never know what's next. That's what this song's about. What I love most about rivers is you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. But people, I guess, can't live like that. We all must pay a price. To be safe, we lose our chance of ever knowing what's around the river bend, waiting just around the river bend. I look once more just around the river bend, beyond the shore where the gulls fly free. Don't know what for. Why do all my dreams extend just around the river bend for me, coming for me? I feel it there beyond those trees, or right behind these waterfalls. Could I ignore that sound of distant drumming? For a handsome, sturdy husband who builds handsome, sturdy walls and never dreams that something might be coming just around the river bend, just around the river bend. I look once more just around the river bend, beyond the shore, somewhere past the sea. Don't know what for. Why do all my dreams extend just around the river bend, just around the river bend? Should I choose the smoothest course, steady as the beating drum? Should I marry, have a son? Is all my dreaming at an end? Or do you still wait for me, dream giver, just around the river bend? Pardon me. I'm like already wearing myself out. It's been a long day. I needed some tea. Sorry, 1 second. This next song has been one of my favorite Disney songs and one of my favorite songs of all time since I was a child and I first saw it in a movie I'm sure you've all seen. I won't tell you what, you'll recognize the song. When I was very little, I remember thinking, what a beautiful melody, but also what a wonderful sentiment. This song talks about the possibility of what's out there, who knows, and what's possible when you just dream. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, like dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and pulls you through when you wish upon a star like dreamers do. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and pulls you through when you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. I have to stand up for this one, Breath Control. This song was from a movie that inspired me so much I can't even explain it to you. I believe it was in 1980 this movie came out, the year I was born, and it was the first movie actually ever to be nominated for, that a woman is nominated for director and actress, as well as producer. Barbra Streisand produced Yandell, which is her love project from 15 years prior. And when this song came out, it's the first song on the show, and I thought, that's me. It talks about who says that you can only be one thing? Who says you have to be this or that, or be put in a box? Where's that written? There's not a morning I begin without 1,000 questions running through my mind, that I don't try to find the reason and the logic in this world that God designed. The reason why a bird was given wings, if not to fly and praise the sky with every song it sings. What's right or wrong, where I belong within the scheme of things. If I were only meant to tend the nest, then why does my imagination sail across the mountains and the seas beyond the make-believe of any fairy tale? Why have the wings unless you're meant to fly? And tell me please, why have a mind if not to question why? And tell me where is it written what it is I'm meant to be, that I can't dare to have the chance to pick the fruit of every tree? or have my share of every sweet imagined possibility. Just tell me where. Tell me where. If I were only meant to tend the nest, then why does my imagination sail across the mountains and the seas beyond the make-believe of any fairy tale? Why have the thirst, if not to drink the wine? And what a waste to have a taste of things that can't be mine. And tell me where is it written what it is I'm meant to be, that I can't dare to find the meanings in the mornings that I see, or have my share of every sweet imagined possibility. Just tell me where. Where is it written? Tell me where. Or if it's written anywhere. This is another one of my favorite Disney songs, but a much more modern one. From the movie Tangled. Have any of you seen that? About Rapunzel? Yeah, it's really great. So as you know the story of Rapunzel, she's kept in this one room in this tower for almost all of her life. She's like 16 years old. And the only sign she sees of the outside world is once a year on her birthday, she sees these strange glowing lights that float overhead, which turn out to be little lanterns that are floating through the sky in honor of her birthday, and she has no idea. But she thinks it means something because she knows it's her birthday. But this song is about busting out of those walls, about daring to dream what is beyond the daily routine. We all get stuck in this routine of the same thing, and we think we can't bust out. Yeah, we can. You just have to do it. All it takes is to dream. So this is When Will My Life Begin? 7 a.m., the usual morning lineup. Start on the chores and sweep till the floor's all clean. Polish, do laundry, then wax and mop and shine up. Sweep again, and by then it's like 7:15, and so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and knit and cook and basically just wonder, when will my life begin? Then after lunch it's puzzles and darts and baking, paper mache, a bit of ballet and chess, pottery and ventriloquy, candle making. Then I'll sketch, maybe stretch, take a climb, sew a dress, and I'll reread the books if I have time to spare. I'll paint the walls some more, I'm sure there's room somewhere. And then I'll brush and brush and brush and brush my hair, stuck in the same place I've always been. And I'll keep wondering and wondering and wondering and wondering, when will my life begin? Tomorrow night the lights will appear, just like they do on my birthday each year. What is it like out there where they glow? Now that I'm older, Mother might just let me go. I know it doesn't sound like an ending, but that is the ending. So apparently it's been a while since anybody saw that movie. I always thought that was a strange ending too, but whatever. This next song, Audrey Hepburn sang in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's the one, right? Okay. And the song, not the movie. I know the movie. This is a song in honor of her. Outside on my little fire escape every morning, I'm singing this song with my coffee. I'm sure the neighbors hear it, but whatever, it's fine. They all know me as the singer. So this is Moon River. Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Thank you so much. Oh, somebody's running late. It's like, that's what that is. All right, next, all right. Shoot, wait, are you here, Mithu? You here? No, maybe that was from a while ago. All right. Something I've noticed about this generation, in particular, worse than the last several, is that there's a lack of consciousness about the fact that we share this world with each other, with everybody, and that we have to take care of the next generation. We have to be the old man and old women who plant trees knowing that they will never live to see the shade they'll provide to their grandchildren. That's the kind of mentality we need in this world, and we need to keep taking care of it. This song always resonated with me for that reason, from another Disney movie. I'm sure you'll recognize it. I'm only singing 5 Disney. Calm down. Come on. It's not all Disney. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Come run the hidden pine trails of the forest. Come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Come roll in all the riches all around you, and for once never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends, and we are all connected to each other in a circle, in a hoop that never ends. How high does the sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know, and you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, for whether we are white or copper-skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountain, need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth, and still all you'll own is earth, until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Sorry, I don't mean to cheat, but I changed the set list 5 minutes before we started, so I need to remember the new order. All right, this song, another Disney, damn it, they're all in a row. Every single one. I didn't do that on purpose. This song, again, is about appreciating the little things, about learning to look for the ordinary and finding the beauty in the ordinary and the beauty in things that people don't find beautiful. Looking to see the smile on a homeless person's face when they're saying hello to you, instead of looking at them and seeing how dirty they are. Seeing the joy when they say hello. In that spirit, this song always touched me and always made me cry, and I'm going to try to get through it. Brittany's actually done this song on stage before, too, in this part, and did it very well. But tonight it's me, Brittany. Sorry. Early each day to the steps of St. Paul's, the little old bird woman comes in her own special way to the people she calls. Come, buy my bags full of crumbs. Come feed the little birds, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Their young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare, all it takes is tuppence from you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, that's what she cries, while overhead her birds fill the skies. All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see it, You know they are smiling each time someone shows that he cares. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. You guys are such a great audience. Thank you so much. It's like you like me or something. That's so, oh, I love you too. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Funny Girl. Hands. Is there somebody who hasn't? Really? Okay. Nina. All right. That's your homework. I saw your mother nudge you. Okay. Amazing movie. Also, this is a sentiment a lot of us can relate to. In this movie, this song is sung towards the very end of the movie when the lead character, Fanny Bryce, finally is reunited with her estranged husband who's been serving time in prison for doing some shady stuff. And she's confident that when he gets back, they'll be back together again. But when he comes back and he says hello to her and he leans over the mirror and is kissing her on the forehead, she notices the wedding ring on his hand. He's already moved on. He's married for money and he's forgotten her. Not really, but he calls her his funny girl. And she realizes that's what she is to everybody else. She's the funny girl. She's the one who makes them laugh. That's not what she wants to be to him. And this song, I feel we all can relate to. Whenever we've had that love tell us that they just don't feel the same way. We've probably all been there. So this is Funny Girl from Funny Girl. Funny, did you hear that? Funny, yeah, the guy said, honey, you're a funny girl. That's me, I just keep them in stitches, doubled in half. And though I may be all wrong for that guy, I'm good for a laugh. I guess it's not funny. Life is far from sunny when the laugh is over and that joke's on you. A girl ought to have a sense of humor. That's one thing you really need for sure when you're a funny girl. The fella said, a funny girl. Funny, how it ain't so funny, funny girl. Now for a complete change of pace. Something from a modern show from the last couple of years. This is from an amazing musical called If Then. And actually I'm singing a few from this. this story, the play, is all about possibilities. It's about two separate realities split off in the first scene, and you don't know what the actual reality is until the very end of the show. But everything's about how the choices you make start that butterfly effect that become the story of your life. And in this particular song, the lead character, Elizabeth, is questioning a decision she just made. She just slept with her best friend. And I've done that. Who hasn't done that? No, don't answer that. More than once. Recently, actually, and these are the things that went through my head afterwards, too. I was like, what the hell were you thinking? And then I thought it was fine, and then I realized he doesn't know what I'm thinking. So I had to say to him, like, just as far as I'm concerned, we're friends, we're great, we just have another fun activity together. It's great. But I had to clarify that. But this is what ran through my mind first. Hey, you there with that face in the mirror. What the hell are you looking at? No, really. Who are you there to judge me? You're exactly like me, but flat. I'm the one who has to live this life, grab the happiness that comes my way. So I'm gonna say, what the fuck? Stay the night. There's a chance it'll all be alright. It's possible I'm pushing this a little too far, but it's not like things can get a whole lot worse than they are. I'm not running on a streak of good luck. So, what the fuck? Another day of saving the planet. One more night of nothing but tears. Stephen plays dumb, surprised that I want him, like we haven't been flirting for years. But I know that I was out of bounds. It was me somehow on the attack. But then he kissed me back. What the fuck? What's the deal? Can't I ever just feel what I feel? I'm accomplished and I'm funny. I've got wisdom and wit and a taste for certain men who will treat me like shit. So romance has again run amok. So what the fuck? What the fuck? What'd I do? How'd I end up lying naked with you? I was stone cold stupid sober, so I can't blame the drink. I was needy, I was greedy, and I just didn't think. That's a lie, I thought about it a lot. I had lots of warning thoughts I forgot. Just another bad decision, I guess. Just another pile of crap in the mess. But I've managed to involve my best friend. Will my trail of sad mistakes ever end? 'Cause I'm starting to suspect that I'm stuck like a schmuck, and I suck. What the fuck? Thank you, thank you. I hope none of you were offended. But if you are, fuck it. Whatever. Don't be offended, they're just words, and that's a great word. This next song, my aunt used to sing to me when I was a little kid. And I remember when I was 4 years old, she used to sing this, and she would sit with me and my brother on the other side, who was 2, and she would sing this song so sweetly and so beautifully. And when she died a few years ago, right before she died, I sang this to her. And I told her I'd be singing it to her new grandson, who is now, 4 years old. He was 2 when she died. And now her new granddaughter, who's less than a year old. And so now I'll be singing this to them for years to come in the same spirit that she sang it to me. This is from the musical, the seminal classic, Sweeney Todd. This is Not While I'm Around. Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays. I'll send them howling, I don't care, I've got ways. No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare. Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around. Being close and being clever ain't like being true. I would never hide a thing from you like some. No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare. Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around. Thank you. Brittany, I'm sorry for this song. I know this gets to you. This song speaks to me about the true meaning of unconditional love, truly unconditional love. When you love someone without any conditions, it means it doesn't matter how they feel about you. You love them no matter what. It's not about what you're getting, it's about what you're giving. This song, I think, is so pure and beautiful in that sentiment. And I'm so lucky I have a new man in my life after almost 3 years of not having one. And when I met him, it was just instantly amazing. I thought, there you are. I didn't know I was looking for you. And so this song I want to dedicate to him, to Alex, who's not here tonight. He lives in Chicago at the moment. But he'll see this on the DVD. You don't need to love me or tell me that you do. Don't make me any promises. Just promise we're not through. Don't give me one damn thing, I won't let you call this greed. Just let me give to you, that's the only thing I need. I know that this can work, if you'd plant one simple seed, you'd see it grow. You don't need to love me to know. You don't need to need me, it's better that you don't. If each of us can walk away, it won't matter that I won't. We'll both be self-contained, but together, not alone. You can keep me in the dark, hell, it's all I've ever known. But we both could use a friend who will always check the phone and take the call. You don't need to need me at all. Let me be your emergency contact, your occasional +1, your excuse to take a sick day when the forecast calls for sun. We can keep on being lonely, but we don't have to be apart. And I'll never even ask you to let me have your heart. So I'll never break your heart. No, I'll never break your heart. You don't need to love me to let me help you through. You don't need to confide in me. I've got crap enough for two. You don't need to answer, I'll know before you do. But hear me and believe me, you don't need to love me the way that I love you. Thank you so much. Oh, we're doing great on time. This is good. I want this part to be done at 8 so we can have a reception so I can actually visit with you at this going away thing. All right? Okay. This next song I first sung last year, right after a really tough year. In the same year I'd lost my 10-year relationship. I'd gone bankrupt. I'd lost a job, found another one. I'd lost my closest family member and my best friend to cancer, and my cousin to brain cancer. It was a rough year, not so great. And this song has two meanings. It's about coping with what you don't have anymore once it's gone. And it's also about learning to just live without if you've always been without. If you're single, if you don't have somebody, it's about learning to be happy single and about just going through the daily motions until the right thing comes along, if it does. So this is from If Then, called You Learn to Live Without. You learn to take your coffee black. You learn to drink your whiskey neat. You learn to take the shower cold and sleep on tired feet. You learn to order dinner in. You learn to send the laundry out. You learn how to amuse yourself. You learn to live without. You tell yourself you're rich at last, in money and in time. You draw a bath and then unplug the phone. You pour yourself a Pinot Clos de Val 2003. You sit a spell, a queen upon her throne. You go to bed alone. You learn learn to fall asleep alone. You learn to silence ticking clocks. You learn to pull the shades at night and double check the locks. You learn to speak so calmly when your heart would like to scream and shout. You learn to stop and breathe and smile. You learn to live without. You find the coat and tie you thought you'd given to Goodwill. You toss his favorite shoes onto the pile. You see him in the faces of the boys he left behind, and die a bit with every tiny smile, but only for a while. You learn to count the quiet wins, an hour with no unprompted tears, and not to count the deadly days as they fade into years. You learn to stand alone at last, so brave and bold and strong and stout. You learn somehow to like the dark and even love the doubt. You learn to hold your life inside you and never let it out. You learn to live and die and then to live. You learn to live without. You learn to live without. You learn to live without. Sorry, that brought me down. A little fresh. This next one, also from If Then, I believe, is the next one I have up. Sorry. I can't see that far away at just glance. We've all lost somebody, either to death or just not had them as part of our lives anymore. But whenever I look back at the past and I think of those things that I wish I could change, the decisions I might have done differently, and I think, God, would I do that again? I start to think of the snowball effect that put into motion. And then I realize that all the wonderful people in my life and all the things that have happened in my life started from that in some odd way, and I couldn't go back and change one thing or I would ruin everything. So this song is about that, and actually another character sings it to the character who just sang the song I just sung in that musical, when she is mourning the loss of her husband and wishes she could go back and just never meet him. And this song is about that. It's about, well, but would you? What would you do? That's what this song is called, What Would You Do? If you met him tomorrow and knew you would lose him, if you saw him and saw all the hurt you would know, would you hold him while you had him or let him go? If you knew that his laughter could not last forever, but you knew while it did, you would breathe it like air, would you let him make you love him? Would you dare? Feeling like you feel today, tell me you'd just walk away. What would you do if you could do it all over? What would you do if you could start it all new? If you could go back knowing what you know now, what would you do? It's not how or when, it's just that you knew him. You would see him and see all the joy you would know. You would hold him while you had him, not let him go. If you knew that his laughter would not last forever, but you knew while it did, you would breathe it like air. You would let him make you love him. You would care, feeling like you feel today. Tell me you'd just walk away. That's what you'd do if you could do it all over. That's what you'd do if you could start it all new. If you could go back knowing what you know now, that's what you do. Thank you so much. Oh, we're doing so good. We're like ahead of schedule. I'm so type A, this is not even funny. What is? This is another one. I know I said a lot of my favorite songs, but if you've counted, there's only 4. This is my 5th favorite song. We're in the top 5. It might be number 1 sometimes. This is also one for all of you, because I couldn't have done this one this night without all the help of all of you, without all of you being here, and without the generous donations of so many people who could not be here, who I will thank in the liner notes and not bore you with right now. But I do want to thank the people who are here who made this possible. Scott on lighting and sound. Thank you. Nick on camera. Brittany on piano. My dear friend Russell, who is here as my stagehand and my go-to. He's made sure everything happens. He's wonderful. And also my dear friend Kristen, who came up from New York just for this, and she's been working the door, as well as my wonderful friend Michelle, who made it possible for me to perform in this venue. They do not rent this venue. You have to know somebody. You can't just get in. And I am the last performer, after 120 years of performers in this space, and the last performer to ever perform here. This place will be completely renovated very soon. And this is a space, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the classical music performers over the last century and some change, 120 years, have performed in the theater downstairs that's been condemned for about the last 60 years. But they also would perform up here for smaller concerts and for rehearsals. So we're in a room that some of the greatest names in classical music in the last century have performed in. I think that's kind of special. I can feel it, right? I want to give Michelle just a few seconds, too, to tell us about this beautiful piano. This is the Spirio piano, which is the cutting edge of technology for a player piano. Brittany is playing it tonight, but you might have noticed it was accompanying everybody earlier while we were milling around, and it'll be providing our music during our reception. So I wanted her to give her just a few seconds to talk about it. Michelle?
Thank you so much, Lorelei. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and being a part of this magical evening, which is a wonderful event and program by Lorelei, but also our way of, and her way of celebrating a new chapter in her life. And we will all miss her so much when she goes to Florida, but we have to make this a happy thing. So With the new Steinway Spirio, I will be playing for you Celebrating Our New Life. And this is performed by Lorelei Lee. It's on a pianissimo soft play. This is a full fortissimo. I'm gonna put it back down to pianissimo while I say a minute. You know, and I don't wanna take up too much more of your time. I just wanna say that Lorelei was gracious enough to give me a few minutes to give you our Steinway & Sons Spirio commercial. And in fact, I have an entire corporate script to do just that, and we do these kinds of events in Boston. But you know, I was thinking, tonight is just too special of an evening. Lorelei is just too special and beautiful of a soul, and we all know that. And you know, I started thinking about the connection between the Steinway Spirio. This particular product is Steinway & Sons' first innovation in 70 years, and they've named it Spirio. And that's derived from the Latin word to breathe, and it means breath of fresh air. And I thought, that's a really interesting thing that we accompanied a Steinway & Sons piano called Spirio, and we have a beautiful breath of fresh air here performing with us tonight. So I cannot think of a more perfect pairing. This is pianos in its just highest luxury form, and we have our beautiful breath of fresh air in its highest quality and most genuine person that you will ever meet. And thank you so very much. And with that, I'm gonna end my Spirio commercial with another tribute to Lorelei, The Way You Look Tonight. Thank you so very much.
I don't know if any of you caught this, but I'm not wearing shoes. I was putting them on today, and I was like, these are the most uncomfortable things in the entire world. I can walk in heels just fine. But standing and singing in heels is not great for your breath control or for your back. So I pulled a page out of Idina Menzel's book and just performed barefoot, which is so much better. Although I have the great shoes to go with this. All right. So as I was saying, I couldn't have done this without all of you wonderful people, and I'm so grateful to have all of you in my life. I'm so overwhelmed and blessed that you've all come here tonight and you've all supported me and come to say goodbye. And I'm reminded in this time, especially in this current election, that we have to come to, it's more important to find our commonality than our differences. There's so much we can focus on about how we are alike. We all share this planet together. We all have to live with each other. If we focus on the positive, we focus on the beauty, we'll be just fine. So this is another song from a Broadway classic, Funny Girl, People. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. We're children needing other children, and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. Lovers are very special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, But first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. I need lots of deep breaths and tea for this next one. This next song is like vocal acrobatics. Have to be warmed up. My last song for the evening. Unless you stand and I'll sing another one. This song is from Broadway musical Pippin. And I really feel the lyrics of this song right now, heading off to a brand new place, a brand new part of the world, a brand new piece of sky. And I think sometimes we all feel like this. We all just need to find that place where we belong. This is Corner of the Sky from Pippin. Everything has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason and I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats fit on the windowsill, children fit in the snow. Why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. And don't you see, I want my life to be something more than long. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. So many men seem destined to settle for something small, but I won't rest until I know I've got to have it all. So don't ask where I'm going, just to listen when I'm gone. And far away you'll hear me singing softly to the dawn. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit Gotta find my corner of the sky. Oh, of the sky. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Since you took my not subtle hint, since we had time. Oh, perfect, 2 minutes. I really wanted to sing this song for you too. I actually just gave it to Brittany today and said, let's do this one at the end if they stand. And I made sure that happened. Sorry, I'm a Leo. I'm just a shameless self-promoter. That's what we do. This is a song from another Broadway show, West Side Story. And I want to say I don't know when I'm going to see some of you again. I hope that I will see all of you many more times. And by the way, I have a guest room in Florida now. I have a much bigger place, and I don't even have to rent it out or anything. It's just there for guests, so please come visit. I mean that. It's $100 round trip, guys. No excuse. So, and it's beautiful. I'm on the beach. It's amazing. So I wanted to sing this song for you because I don't know when, I don't know where, don't know how, but somewhere, someday, I will see all of you again. And I can't wait. Thank you. This is Somewhere from West Side Story. There's a place for us somewhere, a place for us, peace and quiet and open air, wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us someday, a time for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and place for us. Time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to care. Somehow, someday, somewhere. Thank you so much. Oh, stop it. Don't stop, stop. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to have the house lights turned up here, and please join us for champagne. We have till 9 o'clock before I have to kick all you out, and I have to get everybody else out at 9:30. So, got a lot to do in a gown. So, Michelle, can we turn the lights back on, and then let's visit. I want to see all your faces. Not too bright. Keep them low. Thank you so much for coming, guys.